In light of all the melodrama surrounding Steven Crowder's $50 million 4-year contract with the Daily Wire, I'd like to make an offer to the Daily Wire if you guys are looking for new talent. I'll do it for $1 million for 1 year on a trial basis. And I'd be a very unique talent that I think you guys are sorely in need of, as well as all media outlets, to tell you the truth, because it's what's driving so much of the polarization. I think you guys really need, as a conservative outlet, you need a resident atheist like myself. And not only would I be a resident atheist, I could double as a token Latino. And a Latino that can actually speak Spanish, porque yo sí puedo hablar el español. Hay mucha gente que son latinos, pero no pueden hablar un chícharo de español, pero yo sí puedo. And that's the thing. There's a lot of Hispanics that love pulling out the Latino card, and nowadays the Latinx card, which is just so ridiculous. But they don't even know how to speak Spanish, but I do. And especially when it comes to issues like immigration, which my whole family, they're practically all immigrants. And I could actually talk about issues like immigration from a non-liberal, non-conservative perspective, which we need. We need that. I think that is what is missing the most in this whole ecosphere of media outlets. And what I would imagine is the business of information. And yeah, it's especially here in the United States, whether it's the top level mainstream media outlets like Fox versus CNN and MSNBC, or the mid level or the next level, which is where you guys are at, the Daily Wire on the right versus the young turds on the left. And I don't want to attack, but those people, they deserve the same treatment they're giving so many other people. But anyway, I don't want to get too sidetracked. The point I'm trying to make is I think you guys need a resident atheist. By the way, a resident atheist who could draw and paint. So you would get all my artwork. I don't want to start negotiating terms right now, but you would be purchasing the originals. You would get these original drawings and paintings of mine. Now, as far as copyrights and royalties, we could discuss that later. But look, you get a painting like this, my State of the Union 2020. With Donald Trump as Medusa and all the Democrats and media personalities as the snakes, which is based on Michelangelo Caravaggio's Medusa. And not as great as his, for sure, but not too bad either. And then all these portraits. These portraits are of Cuban political dissidents. Some who've unfortunately been murdered by the Castro regime, others who have been imprisoned, like Luis Manuel Alcántara and Berta Soler of the Las Damas de Blanco. So you know I'm no lefty. You know I'm no woke Marxist. I am very much against communism. But I'm also against Big Con, the big conservative that Steven Crowder's been mentioning and talking about. Because the conservative movement, just like the leftist movement, I don't even want to say the liberals, but the leftists, but the conservative movement at its very core is tragically flawed because it's based on religious ideas that are false. Okay? And by the way, you want to prove me wrong, you can prove me wrong. And look, here's a few video ideas that we could do. I grew up Catholic, and I understand Michael Knowles, one of your star personalities over there, is also Catholic. Maybe we could have a video series where he just sprinkles holy water on me from afar, and we could see if smoke comes off my skin. Or we could have another video series called Priest in the Closet, which is not that far-fetched when you think about it. And you have a priest in, like, let's say the janitor's closet, and he's reading Latin incantations, and then we'll see if you could exorcise the demons out of me that make me atheist. But if that were to happen, and by the way, if that were to happen, if that literally were to happen, if I just start spitting out like just green vomit onto Michael Knowles, no less, if that were to happen, that number one, that would get you, I would say, billions of views, and then we'd have to up the contract. But if that were to happen, and I were to finally see the proverbial light that there is a God, what would I be? Would I be Catholic all over again, or would I be evangelical? Because, Catholics and evangelicals. It's almost like Sunni and Shia Muslims, okay? So I don't know, would I be that, or would I be Jewish? Or would I be Muslim? Or would I be Hindu? All those can't be true at the same time. And you need people who are willing to talk about these things that you guys just don't have over at the Daily Wire. And I really do enjoy the Daily Wire. I do enjoy following people like Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, Jordan Peterson, despite the fact that I thoroughly disagree on many things with each one of those three that I just mentioned. Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, yeah, sure, they're fun to follow from time to time. Like a broken clock is right twice a day. They're bound to get a few things correct. But the point that I'm trying to make is you guys need someone who is right down the middle. And not even so much about the middle, someone who is more concerned with the accuracy of reality and the truth than they are about being conservative or liberal and trying to live up to those bona fides. So with all that said, if anyone from the Daily Wire is actually watching this video, that offer really stands. However, if it's any of the few subscribers that I have, first of all, thank you all for subscribing to my channel and for watching the videos. And this is what this video in a way is kind of like my mission statement. This is what I'm trying to convey. And I'm not saying I'm the only person out there who likes to consider themselves politically independent, who can be just as conservative as they are liberal, but definitely not a Democrat or a Republican. But you don't get that there's not too many of those people. There's not too many of those people, like I heard Joe Rogan say the other day, that are the reasonable middle. But again, it's not always about being in the middle. For example, when it comes to something like the earth being round or flat, you can't just say, well, you know what? How about we say it's like a pizza? That way it's round and flat and everybody's happy. No, when it comes to the objective nature of reality, it can only be one thing. 2 + 2 can only equal 4. And you need people who are really committed to that. And for people like Ben Shapiro, who really loves saying, facts don't care about your feelings. I mean, quite honestly, anybody who is truly committed to logics and fact, I really don't think you'd be religious. And I wish to hear more people talk about things from that perspective, from the perspective, not so much of an atheist, but the perspective of not being conservative or liberal. So we could finally solve problems, and especially problems like the abusively overpriced cost of healthcare in the United States. I would love to see someone do that. I mean, I've been making some videos, but there's only so much I could do without the deep pockets. But for anyone who is actually watching this video, especially for the first time, if I got anything wrong in this video, please, by all means, let me know in the comments below. But if you like this video and you like the overall ethos of my channel, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for upcoming videos. Check out the links down below for my original art and merchandise. And thanks for watching.